Congratulations, 4 3-and-outs. I want to know how you did it.
Well, I tell you, it was really good to see it, particularly after halftime. And we went in and did some halftime adjustments, and the coaches upstairs in the press box did a phenomenal job with their eyes, and we made the adjustments based on the information, and the kids did a tremendous job of digesting it and went out and played fast. So it was really good to see that. We was able to go 3 4-and-outs, and would have hit the next one if we'd have stayed in that flat. So, the coaches never satisfied. You always want to get one north of what you've done, but that was really good progress. Good to see.
What were the adjustments, Coach?
Well, one of the biggest adjustments was that we had a pressure package dialed up, Chuck, and I felt like for some reason that we weren't blitzing with a lot of speed, and so we decided at halftime, based on the routes that they was giving the run game, that we was going to go with a certain front and coverage, and we decided to go with that front and coverage, and like I said, the guys up top, they were spot on, and we just stuck with the call, and we decided we were just going to ride that horse until across the finish line.
Did you feel like, Wesley, you guys got a little fatigued at the end on Kentucky's 95-yard drive?
Well, definitely we're short some guys, and when you have injuries, you have guys that's playing outside of their traditional roles, so to speak. And we may have been asking some guys to play in roles and stay in some drives normally where they would have come out. But when you look at the tape, you really don't see a sign of fatigue. You don't see you see a lot of effort. I mean, throughout the entire ball game. Can mental fatigue slip in? That could be a possibility. But physically, the one thing that I'm really proud about these guys on defense, they play hard for 60 minutes. And, they fight. And, if the ball just happened to break second level, you see a number of guys chasing the football. So maybe a little mental fatigue, but you can hardly tell. But physically, we play hard for 60 minutes.
Talk about Louisiana's offense.
Well, you look at their offense. They're starting another quarterback. This week and studying him, Chuck. Number 17, Levi Lewis is the guy that's driving the offense now. Very, very good skill set guy. Has great short area quickness. They're gonna put in a lot of quarterback runs for this young man because he can extend the play with his feet in the passing game and in the running game. And when you have a running quarterback, like that, it's you got to be real careful about not having enough guys in the box. So we're going to challenge him in the run game, heavy the box up. They got a really good running back, number 9. That his first 7-8 yards, he's breaking tackles. So populating the football and tackling going to be a premium for us this weekend. We got to make sure that we get a lot of bodies to the ball, and we got to make sure we tackle well and be sound. Passing game is going to be a quick passing game. They're going to come out in the early downs, going to throw the ball quick, and try and get you to be nosed and get one over your head. But it's definitely going to be a run fest with the quarterback they brought in. He was a red-shirting guy that took the red shirt off of him, and you can certainly see why when you look at the videotape, because he gives them a spark. He gives them an additional shot in the arm, and so we got to just be prepared for him running the ball.
So Breland Speaks would have to sit out the first half this coming week. Who will, isn't that correct?
I'm not certain on that. I'm not
first
certain
half.
on that.
Okay, so he was the first half, so he'll be back then. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
You scared me now. I was like,
well, I was thinking it was second half,
normally,
but it was first half.
Yeah, normally when that happens, that's the first thing that we'll get. But no, I haven't heard that.
Okay, and so you went back to some Mike linebacker with 3. Thought he did a great job. Had 14 tackles in the game. Do you see him taking over that role as the Mike backer?
I certainly see his role increasing at Mike linebacker, and one of the reasons why his role is going to increase at Mike linebacker, Willie Hibbler is doing a great job. He had a great week of practice. He had some valuable snaps in the game, and you can clearly see that Gates playing phenomenal. So we still trying to get those group of guys and get the right chemistry in place, and so you'll definitely see his role increase at Mike linebacker. And the one thing about DeMarcus Gates, he's smart enough that he can play both positions, and he can do a task. So that's not a setback. And once Willie and other guys come along, that gives us the luxury to give him more plays in at Mike linebacker.